Ding ding. That was wild. All right. So our future's catching a little bit of a bid there at the test of 45.0625. We'll probably just end up kind of flat in this range overnight while we wait out the data tomorrow. We have PPI in the pre-market, and I think retail sales right after market open. Or are those in the pre-market also? Oh, retail sales are in the pre-market also. We have a New York State Manufacturing Index. That could be kind of interesting. Business inventories. And that's about it for tomorrow. Business inventories are expected to contract. Retail sales, however, are expected to be flat. They may come in negative. If they do, it's going to be quite hard to push any kind of story of future growth because it would mean that inflation is contracting due to a reduction in consumer demand, not due to like actual price stability. So that would be interesting. We also have Japan's GDP tonight, and then a bunch of data out of China: industrial production, retail sales, fixed investment, and unemployment. So it could be a big night for China and the yuan dollar pair, also the yen dollar pair. We'll see how that kind of shakes out. Today was a pretty big pump to the upside. A little bit of broad commodities moving up. Yields mostly stayed at their low for the day. I guess like the 5-year and the 10-year fell off a little bit more throughout the day. Dollar down 150 BPS. Core 1 month still hasn't reverted to yesterday's low, so volatility is staying relatively high, but some of that's the effect of short calls squeezing out. 3-month correlations continued to drop. Japan carry trade obviously fell off really hard. Bonds didn't really improve from their spike this morning. Volatility kind of leveled off a bit, but fell lower into close. Bond volatility is definitely up today, and well, that's kind of interesting. On the daily, core 1 month is still turning around a bit, and the cost of tail risk hedging is falling. Usually that's pretty bearish. It's when skew drops, puts are getting really cheap. And if correlation's still breaking down to some degree, that may increase interest in volatility or going long volatility. Lastly, here on the weekly, correlation with VVIX and the VIX contract in front is picking up. Meanwhile, correlation with VIX and the VIX contract in front is breaking down. It's pretty rare for the negative for VIX and the VIX contract in front to have a negative correlation. This is on the weekly, and it doesn't really occur very often. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. Even at the peak of vol shorting in like June and July of this year, we were still holding like 50% correlation between spot VIX and VIX in front. So that's pretty nuts that now it's down at like negative 10%. But we'll see. SLD begins tomorrow and carries through Monday of next week, and we'll start to probably feel the effects of charm falling off into the end of this week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Later.